stretch back to the punk rock movement and a new album that is close to classical, Joe Jackson continues to be an eclectic artist who is hard to pin down. In his 9th record in as many years, the low-key British musician has gone out on a limb. Willpower is all instrumental, and it proves that the only thing you can expect from Joe Jackson is the unexpected. In an industry that often encourages conformity, Joe Jackson is the exception. He was trained in the classics, and one of his first paying jobs was as a pianist in an English Playboy club. But his debut album was rock and roll, and every subsequent record seems to have a different musical inspiration. His approach to the industry has always been skeptical, and his reluctance to be part of the rock music machinery has kept him from making rock videos until recently. The diversity of his music has earned him a reputation as a bit of a rebel who doesn't play by the rules. On his last double album called Big World, he only recorded 3 sides. Fans of his satirical and political lyrics may miss them on Willpower. It was recorded with a 40-piece orchestra, and it's certainly not your average rock album.
Joe Jackson's with me now. You were writing string quartets when you were 16. Do you think you would have ended up faster where you are now with the record you've just made and the instrumental music if you hadn't been diverted by being a pop star and rock singer? Or was that sort of a necessary route?
I've always done what seemed like the right thing to do at the time. You know, around about, I suppose, 1975 or something, I tore up those string quartets that I wrote when I was 16. You know, and
they don't exist anymore?
No, they were probably terrible anyway, but I just decided that writing songs was what mattered, and this was the way to reach the people, and this was what I wanted to do. So it took me a few years of doing that, and you know, having a bit of success with it, and touring, and all the rest of the stuff that goes with it, to feel a bit restricted by it, you know. So I suppose that's why I made an instrumental record. You know.
To say and do what you wanted to do musically.
I've always done that, you know.
But you said you wanted to reach an audience and be more accessible.
No, I felt that songs were, and I suppose still are, the predominant sort of musical form of our time, and probably felt that I was capable of working in just about any musical form, which has always been a curse as well as a blessing, you know. And so at that time, that was what excited me, and that was what I did. I mean, it wasn't just something I did purely to make money or something. I mean, if that was the case, I certainly went about it in the wrong way.
One of the songs that's on this new album started as a soundtrack for a Japanese film that you did, that you recorded with the Tokyo Symphony. What was that like?
It was really great. I mean, it was just a real lucky break to be able to get commissioned to write an orchestral piece and have it played and recorded. You know, it was one of the things that really gave me the confidence to go ahead and make this record.
Sort of scary, though. Did you stand up with a baton and everything?
No, I don't really know enough about conducting to conduct. You know, you don't just wave your arms about. There is actually quite a lot of technique involved. But I was there to sort of supervise the rehearsals and the recording.
You've picked up all kinds of influences musically. You know, there's Latin and jazz and pop. Did you pick up anything in Japan? Are you still kind of putting the mix together?
No, I don't know. I think I've gone about as far as I can go with using a lot of diverse musical influences. They're all there. I mean, I've always been open to all kinds of music, so that's sort of been reflected in what I've done. But I feel like I've pretty much reached a limit, and from now on what I do is pretty much going to be Joe Jackson music, you know. I mean, I think it's eclectic by nature because that's the way I am, but I'm more interested in getting better now than just being different for the sake of it. Not that I ever was, really, but it's just I haven't been able to say everything that I've wanted to say in one record, which a lot of people do. A lot of people have trouble putting together a whole album these days, you know. It's taken me quite a few years to show all these different facets of what I wanted to do. You see, the thing is that I always try to point out to people is that despite the fact that my first record came out, I think 9 years ago, right? I mean, by sort of pop music standards, I'm an old man now, and I should be, like, quietly fading away, you know? I mean, Joe Jackson, Christ, I thought he was dead, you know? But as far as I'm concerned, I'm only just beginning, and I've really got a long way to go. You know, in terms of music generally as an art form, I think I've only just begun.
What you've got to do is get the Toronto Symphony or something for Willpower and play it outside in a concert.
Yeah, that's...
Like at the Ontario Place Forum or in different places across the country.
Right, that's
Be nice
kind
outside.
of what we're hoping to do, if we can get some response from those kind of people.
Yeah, it'd be lovely. Nice to meet you.